Hello, everyone, and welcome to Module 4, where we're going to be getting into curriculum instruction and assessment before we talk about your categorical presentation. So if we look at the schedule, you'll see that we are at week 12, and week 12, group 3 is teaching lesson plan, and as their second lesson plan, next week we're going to start lesson planning number 3. So group 1 and 2 will be combining. We'll get into individual education plan, and we'll be talking today about your categorical presentation in your syllabus. So if you check out the syllabus, so the final assignment or final test in this class is your categorical YouTube assignment. Okay, you will create a YouTube video presenting a category of disability and an intervention, or you can choose an adapted sport. So basically what you're going to do is follow this rubric. You have black and red for different choices, so you can choose between a category of a disability. So basically you can choose the disability from your research project, or you can choose an adapted sport that you're interested in. So if whatever one you choose, the quality is going to be the same. So if you're choosing either, you're going to introduce yourself and either the disability or the adapted sport. So introduce it, what's it about, or what's the definition of the disability, what are the characteristics, that type of thing. Knowledge of the disability and adapted sport. So knowledge of the disability, you should have a lot of research-based knowledge of the disability by now, or you're looking into an adapted sport such as something maybe goalball or baseball. You can define the cause and prevalence of the disability here. And for the sport, you're going to discuss the players in the field of play, the game objectives, and the rules. So go in depth about what the game is about and how you actually play it. Okay, then you're going to discuss relevant behaviors if you're talking about the disability. So, for instance, social behavior, cognitive behavior, and physical behavior. Discuss at least 2 to 3 critical skills to the sport. So what are the crucial skills to the sport? So obviously if it's goalball, it'd be underhand rolling and also blocking. So types of intervention education activities appropriate. So what intervention strategies and education would be appropriate for this specific disability? Provide at least 2 and go in depth and talk about them. Or provide at least 3 modifications of skill related to sport. So how could you modify those skills in relation to sport? So if it is rolling the ball and goal ball, how can you regress that? So you could probably use a ramp, or you could use a lighter ball or a bigger ball, that type of thing. Identify the goals and reason, okay, of the sport, or so like what are the goals? What are the goals of the game? What are the goals and reason of the intervention? So why are you choosing this intervention, and what would be the goal for this intervention? Same thing with the sport. Identify the goals of the sport and the reason why the sport is played. Presentation, so you're going to get graded on your presentation skills. Personality, enthusiasm go a long way. Being happy, being excited, talking with enthusiasm, eye contact, looking at the camera instead of looking down the entire time. Articulation of voice, so we can hear your voice, your clear, quality material, so, it's not choppy, or it's not, you're not uneven on the screen, or, maybe there's something missing. Preparedness or logical sequence, so making sure that you go in sequential order. You don't go from random topic to random topic. Effective time management, so it has to be 3 to 5 minutes long in length. What you're going to do is use a PowerPoint and create a Zoom presentation, and after you're done, you're going to create a Zoom link for me. So just send me a YouTube link. So just upload the Zoom file to YouTube and then just send me the link if possible. Okay, so that is your final project. Okay, I would like you to create a YouTube video, record using Zoom a PowerPoint of this material that you'll be presenting for this research project. So that is your categorical final research project. we go back to modules, I have some assessments in adapted physical education. So here are some resources for you to look at. So for lesson plan 3, you're going to see that I've described how you're going to be teaching. So we definitely want some dance. We definitely want a fun game and a sport. And each group is choosing either half for group 1 and group 2. Group 3, you'll be planning a lesson for your class, okay? But you will be using the whole entire sequence. Now, all classes must end with an assessment. So after the class is over, I want you to talk to the people on the screen and you're going to tell them what their assignment is, okay? I have an example assignment here, so I have an example assessment here. So this is what I created for the Special Olympics. I gave it a title, number 1, the Batman workout, equipment needed, a link. So I basically had them go through a workout like we typically do. And then I gave them some tips for the workout, a description of the activity, and some safety. And when you click this link, it goes to that specific homework. So it says, first watch the video of the Batman workout. Your goal is to complete this video and answer the questions after watching it. On a separate sheet of paper, write down the answers to the following. What was your favorite activity? What was the hardest exercise? What exercise was easy? What skills have you learned? And then draw a picture of your favorite Batman exercise. When complete, take a picture of the answers you wrote down for questions 1 to 5. You can also create a Google document and send Brooke the link. You might need some help for this. Send Brooke your picture or link when completed. So this would be an assessment for this particular lesson, giving them questions and then having them return those questions and also draw a picture. That way I know that they actually performed that workout. And that way it allows me to measure their progress and it allows me to let me know what their favorite activity, what they found was hard, what they found was easy, what they learned. So hopefully they learned something and I'm going to get that information. You can be a little bit more specific depending on your activity. And then here's another assessment that group 3 created. And I just kind of helped them a little bit. There was no link required, but you probably have to go a little bit more in depth with this. So when you're looking at your materials here, you're going to notice that I have some assessments and an assessment folder. So this is going to be for you to look at. I'm going to put this here. So your assessment resources. I would like you to watch the Assessing Each Domain of Learning in PE. Okay, so here's a full YouTube video of what assessment is. And this will kind of give you the knowledge and background of like what psychomotor domain is, what the affective domain is, and what are we assessing. So as physical educators, we're assessing the 4 domains. So we're actually just thinking about affective, psychomotor, and cognitive, but there is also the health-related physical fitness. So you can also add that if you'd like. But for physical education, we're leaving that out. But it shows you the different standards. It shows you different types of formative and summative assessment. It gives you examples of summative assessments and what we look for at the end of the year. It goes over why should we assess the affective domain. So we're looking at sportsmanship, fair play, character, willingness, and effort. Looking at more reasons why we assess the affective domain. Some records, okay, so this is an example of how a teacher might record the affective domain. So Julie assisted a special needs student in class today. After her help, others in class started helping as well, demonstrated good leadership. So Julie Snow is in class and she's doing the right thing. She's portraying the right character, and those are things that in phys ed we have to teach. That is part of the curriculum. Affective domain, cognitive domain, and psychomotor domain, okay? Journal prompts. So that's a way we can incite the cognitive domain, right? And then we also have peer-based assessments using the psychomotor or using the affective domain. So encourages others, wins or loses gracefully, okay? Correct calls are made, so you're not cheating. So basically fair play, respecting the rules, good citizenship, good character, those are affective domains. We'll give you more in-depth examples of some different types of assessments. So I'd like you to use one of their assessments maybe but kind of use it in the context of our class. So it gives you lots of different assessments. They go over it in depth and detail. They're quite entertaining, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. So you'll watch this video here, assessing each domain of learning in PE, 45-minute video. All right, so if we go back to the domains of learning, you'll watch this video. And then I have some other resources that obviously you don't need to go over if you don't want to, but it does give you examples of the cognitive focus, affective focus, psychomotor examples as well. So if you go through here, you'll see one that says domains of learning. And this one really goes in depth with all three, okay? And it also talks about individuals with autism spectrum disorder, okay? Or sorry, not autism spectrum disorder, but the spectrum of teaching styles, okay? All right, so if you have questions, please let me know. You'll be watching this video on 45 minutes teaching you what assessment is, and then that way when you fill out the assessment portion on your lesson plans, you'll know exactly what assessing is. So here's some extra resources as well. This is a referral observation checklist. This is what we would use in adapted physical education as a way to assess our students in the beginning. So the first thing you want to do as an educator is figure out where the students are first. So typically in our classes, what we would want to do is, get their height and weight and get some baseline assessments. So performs activities that require upper body strength, i.e. push-ups, throwing, chest pass, adequate, needs improvement, significantly inadequate or not observed. So this would be a way to observe and give referrals. So gross motor skills, behavior. Okay, so more than just phys ed, right? We're doing more than learning how to teach, or we're doing more than just teaching physical education. We're also teaching character. Okay, so those are some extra resources for you. Other than that, that's our review of this week's lecture content for 12. I'd just like you to watch this video for week 12 so you have a better idea of how to assess, add an assessment in your lesson plan 3, and reflect on your peers' work this week in lab. All right, everybody. See y'all later.